please, can you do another dot-to-dot stream? Oh, yeah. That was kind of fun. That was a fun day. What's up? How you doing? You're late, mister. Yeah, but you know what? Let's go. Let's talk about this. No streamer is on time, ever. This is a streamer issue. It's not even a me issue. It's a streamer issue. It's just like, we all kind of just like things kind of, you know, there's a lot going on right before. We got to get ready. This streamer, it's us streamers do this stuff, you know? There's tons of people that stream on time. That's excuses. You're the problem. Nice copium. I'm at work right now. Well, be careful. And you should, just, I don't want to get you in trouble. Anyways, how are you? Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. Let me say all those. Because after today, you are not going to see me until after the New Year. I was thinking about just not streaming and just kind of going on break and coming back in the New Year. But I feel that was kind of too long. Like 2.5 weeks or something. No. So I have some time. And I have a lot of random stuff from the Christmas show. So that was a wild day. A lot of people were a little confused. But, you know. Dude, you're muted. How would I be muted if I'm reading comments of things I'm saying? Yeah, that was a lot of moving parts. A lot of stuff happening on that show. Which I've wanted to do this show for about 2 years. And just trying to find the right time to... Alright, we're going to go through with it. Alright, I want to go through with it now. Play Bread and Fred. What the hell is that? Dude, why is my pee green? I don't... Why are you asking me that? That's just something you should go to urgent care and ask that question. I don't have an answer for you. I don't know. Your pee is like bright green? I don't know what that means. Answer him. I just did. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Did you plan to pour the coffee out with Atrioc beforehand? All right. Well, there's a lot to go over, and I know a lot of people have a lot of questions, so we can just start from the beginning. My throat's so froggy right now. I guess I have been talking a lot. How was Santa? Who was Santa? It was Santa. All right, hold on. Let me clear my throat. When was Santa? Did you film the whole Christmas song? All right, so let's start. Let's start at the very beginning. This stream had its inception about 2 to 3 years ago. I was trying to find a way to do this. Trying to find a way to make it so I would have this big event that just would get ruined. And I feel like this was a good time to do it. It was from November 2020 based on chat logs. That's another thing I was a little concerned about. Years ago, you know how sometimes I'm in the chat, either an offline chat or post-stream, pre-stream, and I just kind of say shit? Yeah, there are receipts. People link... Don't tell me no, and you don't know what I mean. The amount of times that I've been linked the hamster stream, because I just write stuff in pre-stream. I just write stuff, and whatever. Do I do it or do I not do it? So a long time ago, I wrote this exact stream joke into the chat, saying, oh yeah, I was thinking about doing that. Maybe it's funny, I don't know. And I finally did it. Obviously a lot more elaborate than 2 or 3 sentences in a chat room, but you know. Please, please, please do the hamster stream. I don't think people would like the hamster stream. I really think people would be very, very uncomfortable with that. I would be uncomfortable with that. All right. But yeah, this is something I wanted to do for a long time. But I wanted to do it in a way too that wasn't, you know, I know the first 10 minutes of the 15 minutes of that stream was kind of fucked up, but I also didn't want to just kind of ruin the award show, because there was the idea of how long should I do this for? How long does this start for? And I think after, because I mean, honestly, those first 5 to 7 categories were dog shit categories. That was, it was intentional to be there. People were like, dude, why is Worst Peter still on the list? Well, it was to buy us time to do the real awards, if you would like to know. A few of those early awards were just to make sure that I could do the real ones on the main channel. Dude, why is these nominees for Worst Beater are terrible? This category is awful. Why is it even still here? Well, now you know. It was filler. It was. I remember okay, we're getting a little ahead of ourselves here, but I remember getting to the point where I think a lot of you thought that that was what it was going to be the whole stream. We got about 6, 7 awards in, and the extinguisher was just on the main channel. And I think a lot of people were like, I don't like this. What are you doing? No, stop this. I don't want to see this anymore. Please, don't. I was looking forward to the awards. Ruining Christmas. I saw the coffee pasta and I'm like, oh shit, people are like actually getting sad. And then there was the reverse coffee pasta, which was fun too. Yeah, that was funny. But yeah, I wanted to make sure that we did the routine, and then okay, we're just gonna do the awards and we're gonna chill out. It's gonna be a fun, cozy stream for the last hour or two, whatever it was, right? So that's why I played out that way. Did you actually randomly mod people? Well, how about this? No. Hey. The mods were in on it the whole time. The mods were in on it the whole freaking time. No way. It was a fun stream. It was definitely fun. I would say that was probably. I was very concerned about this stream because there's a lot of moving parts. Actually, more so than maybe a lot of people think. Trying to do a stream where you fight another stream at the same time and need to converge the two timelines together with delays and, you know, big live transcoding delays to each other. And it was very... Wait, so it was a joke? Oh, no. No, of course not. Was it actually live? Yeah, the whole thing was live. There's only one thing that wasn't live. And it's this guy. This is the only thing that wasn't live. Yeah, there he is. Is he okay? Bugleberry is okay. Confirmed. We had a conversation over the phone. I was very concerned, but no, he said he was completely fine. He said he had a little bit of a... He said his shoulder or his back kind of hurt a little, but he'll be all right. How did he get out? That's another question for another day. I don't know. But yeah, let me put this in. So I want to ask you. Hi. Yes, I'm here. I want to ask, do you guys want to watch the Bugleberry segment just without anything? You can see like how that played out. You want to start there? Because one of the hardest things of this whole entire stream was that, and trying to work with Bugleberry. Somebody just went, nah, not really. All right, let's watch it, because it cut away a few times, and I think during this portion is when we were mixing the streams together. So people were kind of going all over the place. There was a lot of chaos. There was a lot of screaming. So do you want to just kind of see how this actually played out? Yeah, let's dim the lights. So this is the actual segment. We can skip through it. We don't have to watch the entire thing. I just want to. There's a few places that I just would need to be seen, just because of how awesome I thought it was. And the BtS crew, the On the Summit. Oh, they absolutely destroyed this. They killed it. It was awesome. So anytime that I write up stuff, yeah, Beyond the Summit. Beyond the Summit was the production crew for the show. And it's the group that did all the camera work, all the set designing, and all that stuff. So they did an unbelievable, stellar job. So, but when you work with a production company, it's really, I'm so happy that there are at least a few of these companies in the space that can listen to this crazy nonsense. And okay, so anytime I start a show, an idea for a show, I just write a bunch of shit. I'm like, I want this, and I want to do this, and here's like the whole scene. Here's the whole scene's going to play out. He's going to open up a portal to hell through the middle of the table, and then the screams are going to come out of that. He's going to, like, I just write shit. And then I clean it up, and we get meetings, and I kind of go line by line and see, like, is this possible? Can we do this? And to hear people say, I don't know, but we're going to try, is actually very encouraging. So whenever I get to set, right, I say, this is exactly how I want it to look like. This is what I want it to feel like. And then I get there and it's time to go. I love that. I love getting in there and like directing and, okay, no, I think they should be over there. Oh, what do you think? Yeah, you think that's good? Yeah, how does that look in the camera? Let me take a look. I live for that. Director Andy. You're a control freak. No, I'm the director. I'm the director. Dude thinks he's Christopher Nolan. But creative direction is like some of my favorite shit. That's why I do all this stuff. You're an aspiring film student. I'm not James Cameron. Hey, give me a break. But my whole point with this is when you get a group together that are as full of passion as you are for the project, everybody just comes to work and it's like, let's do this shit and make it awesome. So we'll go over some of this stuff. Film student Andy. So the problem with this segment before we start, because we're gonna watch it because it's an awesome segment. The problem with the segment was trying to time talking to Bugleberry. It's gonna be 10 minutes. No, we'll skip through it. So I'm not gonna ruin the magic, but Bugleberry is here right now, right? And I had to talk to Bugleberry after, Bugleberry's segment was playing. So trying to time out how to talk, don't skip, okay. Trying to have a conversation with Bugleberry was very hard to do. We rehearsed it like 4 or 5 times in a row.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bugleberry's cooking segment.
And you'll see. Bugleberry, what are you doing?
What are you talking about?
There he is!
No. I'm going to do my cooking segment, Jerma. What are you talking about?
The thing I was the most scared about was getting it wrong.
That's not fair. Jerma, you told me.
For instance, during rehearsal.
Very specifically. You said...
Watch this.
Oh, Bugleberry, you can have one segment this year. Oh, okay. You can do whatever you want. This is my one segment, and you're going to take this from me?
Yeah, I'm going to...
Why, exactly?
Well, I think that you just have to... we're looking for you to maybe help out and maybe cast a spell on the hacker's computer, and we're looking to...
What did you do?
Oh, shit, I think I got it wrong.
What did you do?
Oh, I got it wrong.
What websites were you on? Let's look at your history.
Right. If you get it wrong,
Oh,
if you
what do you
can't
do?
queue
Oh, a
up
pornographic
this
website,
conversation,
Is that what you did?
it ruins the whole bit.
Oh, okay.
Which
Interesting.
was so, that was in my brain the entire time.
Well, what do you want me to do? No,
Let him cook.
Jerma, I don't have anything here.
Okay, we don't have to
I
watch
don't
this whole
have any
thing.
tools. I don't have any of my spell books.
I wonder what he would've made.
I came to make a holiday dinner. You told me to leave all of my things at home.
What was he
You said,
gonna
don't
cook?
bring the spell book. You
Turkey.
don't need it. So it's not here. So what do you want me to do?
I just want to watch the, okay, I won't skip.
Oh, Bugleberry. Bugleberry, can you please come on the show and make a turkey? Yeah, sure thing, Jerma. God.
Oh no, people that are showing up right now, this is
I
full
don't
screen.
have
It happened
anything.
again.
I can try, I guess.
We need Bugleberry to do this again.
And what is this for? Is this for a hacker? A hacker hacked you? Okay. Oh, no, those stink. I don't.
So this part in particular, I remember we were sitting there trying to figure out how we were going to actually do
I'm
this.
going to do what I can, Jerma. Just hold on, hold tight.
And
I don't-
underneath this table, which obviously we cut a few times, but under the table there were two people from BTS
Oh, they're coming.
ready to pull all this shit down the hell portal.
Bugleberry, come make a turkey.
We had to get this right. This was
the same
one
stuff
take,
that I
by the
did.
way. We couldn't do this more than once. So what you are watching had to only happen once, because otherwise we've ruined the tablecloth.
Everybody, I need you to stand back, and that is.
You gotta one take Jake it
production.
sometimes.
Stand back. Everybody watching, please be careful. I don't know what could happen here.
So if we
I'm
got
not
this
entirely sure.
wrong,
All I know is.
we would have had to get, I would have reset, get an all new tablecloth, all new everything. All the stuff has already got like stuff, ketchup all over it. We would have to reset it would take like an hour to reset this whole scene. So as we go here, you'll see.
19, 11, 12, 13.
Oh yeah, I take my sweet time doing this. I forgot.
Can you feel it? Can anybody feel it? I can. Jerma, you need to hold on to something. The spirits are in the room already.
So
Oh,
they're
yes.
under the table. These are their
Oh,
hands,
yes.
and we blocked it out in a
There
way.
we go.
Oh, it's so cool. We need to see it again.
Hello.
It was very loud, but it's all right. So again, there are people under this table. And look, this is behind the scenes. If you don't want the magic ruined, then don't put on the director commentary stream, okay?
Here we go.
This, look at how all this stuff perfectly goes in. This was all practical. None of that stuff was put in after in post or anything. We actually really did that. I think it was probably one of my favorite things I've ever done on stream.
And here we go.
It was fucking perfect. And all that was just people sitting under the table ready to pull it. And we practiced it a few times. Ah,
Hello.
I could watch that over and over again. I love
yes,
it.
How are you? Oh, Frank. Frank, how are you? Good to see you again. Yeah, good to see you, Frank.
That
You
part
want-
too.
No, wait, put that down. Put that down. Don't touch that.
It's a
This is
real
sacrificial
portal to
circle,
hell.
Jerma. Precisely what
Wait,
you...
what is it?
If you want... No, wait, put that down. Put that down. Don't touch that.
None of this is acting.
This is a
magic.
sacrificial circle, Jerma. Precisely what you wanted. What are you willing to give up? I'm willing to hear it. Shut up.
Somebody said this before, and I'll kind of add a little bit to it. Somebody said, I hated Bugleberry until it turned out to be something that where Jerma puts the mask on. And director commentary, by the way, no spoilers. And gets to kind of do whatever he wants. And it's almost this therapeutic acting. I love Bugleberry. I love Bugleberry. I don't know anything about Bugleberry besides the fact that I know him. The Bugleberry arc trying to describe the Bugleberry arc to people is so difficult because they look at you, they look at me like I'm crazy. It's like, oh, so why, what is this? Who is this guy? Oh, I did this thing and everybody hated it. And everybody talked about how, like, please God, don't ever do that again. Please, like, that was just not funny. It was uncomfortable and it was embarrassing. And for Bugleberry to go where he was 5 years ago or so, to here, where I think he's one of my favorite things on this whole channel. I love this character. And people are like, wait, so people hate him? Well, yeah. I mean, unironically, a lot of people do. So why are you doing this? I don't know, because I feel like it. I don't know, because it sounds funny. You got him on the 3rd try. That's right. The hot tub stream was where I think people started to flip on him.
What? Jerma, what are you talking about? I cannot put the spell back in. The spell is here now. We need to sacrifice something that you care about very much.
I'm realizing this right now. This does not have the audio distortion, so... Bugleberry real voice leak.
How about the presents under the tree? Oh, no. No, you don't want to do those. Interesting. No, we're not going to sacrifice. That's not happening. It has to be something that you care about, Jerma, not something that anybody else.
Oh, yeah, timing that too. Because if you time that wrong, so let's say I didn't cue that up, there would be question marks in chat. You'd be like, what? Why did he just say that?
Not happening. It has to be something that you care about.
Pre-recorded. Oh, it's a bit. Gotta try.
Let's go get those presents. Yes, that's what we're doing. It's the only way, Jerma. It's the only way.
So yeah, they come get the presents, and you saw that, obviously.
Jerma, there's no going back, like I already said. And what's this one? Let's see. Oh, hello, is this a new iPhone? They get bigger every year.
I love that.
Can you hear the screams? I can. What's this one? Oh, sounds like an Xbox.
I don't know why I was so obsessed with Xbox.
Though, does it? Maybe it's not.
Film student Andy. This part here. Oh, it hits so hard.
That was juicy. What's
not the
one?
Xbox.
Oh, a new sweater. Is this possibly a sweater? Oh, what size are you, Jerma? Maybe I could wear it. I'm just kidding. It's going in. Oh.
Wait, what was that?
What's over here?
I didn't hear that.
No, don't let him over here. Do not let him in here. He chose this fate. He must stick
I didn't know
it.
that. I didn't even hear that.
Ooh. Is this a DVD? 2-part DVD? Oh no, this might be Final Fantasy VII for the PlayStation 1, his favorite game.
By the way, I know a lot of people were mad hearing me say this. I don't think this game sucks. I did it for comedic effect only.
This one's making noise, Jerma. Oh no, you don't want me to put it in? Don't put this one in. Don't put this one in.
I mean, I've never played it, really.
I won't put this one in. How are you doing over there, Jerma? Is it working? Is it working?
So at this point here, the hardest part of the day, besides obviously doing this routine back and forth, was how do we get everybody that's on the other channel over to the main one and have people not miss anything? And let me tell you something about fucking ads. We had to run ads in very specific places to get rid of pre-rolls. So if you don't know, there is a system on Twitch where if you run ads, you disable pre-roll ads on the channel for a certain amount of time. So if we're going to be making people go back and forth, especially during an incredibly important part like this, where, okay, the streams are coming together, we had to make sure nobody was going to get ads coming over back to the other channel. So trying to time, all right, run 60 seconds of ads right here in a spot where we know, because that'll turn off pre-rolls for 15 minutes, and then they can come over and we can time it in a way where they won't get a pre-roll when it was a lot. You dislike ads very much. I don't dislike ads. I dislike ads that ruin content. That's just the way it is. And if you can, running ads in certain places, okay, it's a BRB screen. Or, okay, hey, I'm going to take a quick break, and people know it's coming, people know it's happening. If you have ads run during content, it just destroys what you're doing. It just ruins what you're doing. Ads do make sense in certain places. They do, and they can. But not for no reason in random spots. And yeah, it ruins the bit. It ruins the magic. It really does. If I'm doing something like this, and I heard, Jerma's doing a stream. There's this thing going on. I'm going to go check it out. And we're at this portion, and you get like a 30-second pre-roll ad, or like a 60-second ad or something, you're going to miss this entire routine. The whole thing. You can turn off mid-roll ads. Oh, yeah, you can, but you can't turn off pre-rolls. Pre-rolls are there. I cannot adjust them. The only thing I can do is run mid-rolls to make sure that there are no pre-rolls for a certain amount of time. So, and another thing too, and I don't want to go kind of off on, ads and money and stuff, but I'm going to for a second. Trying to look, if I take a BRB, and let's say that there was like 3 or 4 minutes of ads or something, that means I have to take a 3 or 4 minute break. That means I have to. That means I need to figure out a way to do it. And if I'm in the middle of something and it's like, oh shit, I know that there are ads that are going to be ran here for 2 or 3 minutes. Oh, okay, I'll stop what I'm doing to make sure I don't ruin the content. You know what I'm saying? 2 minutes of ads, a minute of ads, 3 minutes of ads, 5 minutes of ads. Which is why, and I'll be very honest, I'm not going to do any of that. I'm just not. I fucking hate it. I hate doing that. I hate fucking up people's viewing experiences. Now, I also do very specific kinds of content like this. And that's why I have such a strong opinion on ads, is because if I'm doing something like this and somebody misses it for some reason, it annoys me. But I do something, I'm not, this type of shit is where I don't want ads. But sometimes you can't avoid them. But anyways, I know I'm kind of going off on a tangent here, but you are not, I'm not, let me just be very honest and tell you what's happening. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I'm not going to ever take one of those incentive things, ever. It's not, it just won't happen. I can't do it. Because even if it would be a shitload of money or something, I don't want to do it. I think of me sitting in the chair and watching a bunch of ads, and it's like, oh, but this sucks. Because I literally missed this because there was 2 minutes of ads in the middle of this. Or there was like, I had a pre-roll or something. I just hate it. I really do.
Don't. That's 2 points, Jerma. 2 points. Oops. Whoopsie. I don't even know what it was. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I like that part.
Yeah, I can feel it.
Oh, is that a callback? Is that a callback to the pottery stream? Oh, I think so.
Oh boy, hey, remind me to never do that again. Actually, hold on a second.
All the lighting. The best part is this is practical effect lighting. Haunted house style. Because remember, Bugleberry is a Halloween character. Having the cool haunted house type lights is
How do
what
you
we
feel,
need.
Jerma? Can you feel it? I can. What? What do you mean?
Is it just a dude doing a flashlight on and off? I mean, it's
I didn't
bigger
get
than that.
the channel hacked now, did I?
Can you just direct a movie already?
You know what?
No. No, because movies are way more expensive than this. They're way too expensive. You should just crowdfund it. No, because what if it sucks? Do you really want me to do, all right, man, here it comes. Kickstarter or something for my new movie. The new movie, Bugleberry's Haunted Hayride, or whatever the hell it would be. I don't know. Oh, Jerma's movie. Oh, yeah, I need to raise $2.5 million, $5 million to do this. And I do it, and the movie is dog shit. I don't know, it would keep me up at night forever. It would keep me up at night forever. Stuff like this is just, I'm going to do it, and if I can get it paid for, cool. If not, then I'm going to have to figure that out. But I don't know if I could take on a large multi-million-dollar movie project and have it be terrible and ruin everything in my whole life. Oh, yeah, dude, you still owe, $475,000 to this vendor. Oh, you went over budget? Hey, guys, can we do a second Kickstarter? This is a Kickstarter to pay for all the over budget. I know the movie sucked and you all hate me now, but can I have another 500 grand? I don't know. It would have to be something very specific. Do a subathon? No. You go into real debt. Yeah. Just do super low budget stuff. It works. Just look at this. All right. The thing is, though, the only reason why this happens is because I think of something that I think would be funny. And I would go, okay, how do I develop that? I don't want to work in reverse. Working in reverse, I think, is a problem. Where instead of having something that I want to do first, it's, oh, let's make a movie. Okay, what's the movie? If I had something that I wanted to make into a movie, then yeah, but I don't want to work backwards. Everything you've ever seen on this channel that took more than a few weeks to make, it was never working backwards. You just confirmed the movie. I did not. And I'm sure has there been random things where I've said, but yeah, but how do you make that? Right now I'm focused on turning some of these live ideas into reality, and that's it. But I don't know. I have no idea what the future is.
Fine. You want power. You want magical mystery. I'll give it to you.
But these are natural, though. The reason why I think a lot of people go, oh, wow, that was fun.
What is this? An iPhone. Hello.
Did I say it's an iPhone?
A new box of chocolates. Whatever it is.
Wait, hold on. That was way too big to be an iPhone.
What is this? An iPhone. Hello. What's this?
Way too big.
A new box of chocolates. Whatever it is. It doesn't matter. It's all going in from. Oh.
Oh, that part is so cool.
Oh. Don't ask me for anything ever again. And by the way, if you invite somebody
Two
to a party
iPhones
and you
for
tell them
Christmas.
to do something, make sure it's what you actually say, and not this bull crap. And I don't want to swear, but I just did. Oh no. No. I don't want to go visit my grandmother. Oh, but I guess I have to.
All practical.
No.
Yeah, come on. Oh, come on. That wasn't all practical. Yeah, I'm sorry. There wasn't real fire under the table. Yeah, there's the Bugleberry segment. I think there's a lot of photos too. Some of these you're gonna very much enjoy. For instance, here are I'll come back for this. Hi. So we took a bunch of these photos for his, and I'm sad that I didn't have that on. I wasn't wearing that during the actual shoot, but just kind of figured it would fall off and get in the way, especially during some of the stuff where I had to put my hand down and I didn't want to get caught on it or anything. So, Chef Bugleberry. Seeing this face in 4K is horrifying. Here's some of the BTS guys helping me put the hat on. Chef, please do actual Chef Bugleberry. Yeah, like, why would he do that, though, right? Some of my favorite parts of Bugleberry's character and just kind of going back and forth with Bugleberry is, what is he doing here? Like, why? What is my relationship to Bugleberry? What is it? Why is he here? That I like. Am I? Are we related? No. I hired him to do the scary stuff, but we've now become this. Oh yeah, Bugleberry's just gonna be there. Why? And why would he do it? I don't know. I love it. I like that. This is one of my favorite photos. So yeah, this is I believe this is the day, one of the rehearsals, where I think we were all trying to figure out how exactly we were going to pull this thing through. Don't typecast Bugleberry. That was the whole point of having him show up. That whole point of having Bugleberry show up is he wasn't typecasted this time, but he ended up having to be typecasted. Think about that one.
I can feel the spirits. They're calling to me. They're calling to me.
All right, so this is me obviously doing an impression of Bugleberry. I'm just doing an impression of that person. I figured I was here I was here early, so they let me kind of come in and you know, pretend like I was doing whatever Bugleberry was gonna do.
I can feel the spirits. They're calling to me. They're calling to me.
Let's see under here.
There they are. Be careful. Step back. Step back. It's dangerous.
That's all that was.
It's pretty good, I think.
That's what that was. Fake magic. Every time I see that, the air in this room when we nailed it first try was we essentially we cut the cameras not long after that, and we watched it back, and we were all just sitting there going, that was fucking perfect. That was perfect. We're not going to do that again. That's worst impression 2022. Get out of here. Stop ruining my immersion. Hey, this says behind the scenes of the Christmas show. You're listening to the commentary track. So yeah, that was that. There he is. He showed up a little later, but you can see the setup here. These were the lights that they were flickering. And we had these under here to kind of turn them on a little higher. Why is Bugleberry wearing your sweater? I don't know. Maybe he was fucking cold or something. And he was like, can I borrow your sweater? How come there's no picture of you with him? We haven't seen all the behind the scenes yet. It's just so, it's so weird to look at this. Like, why is he here? Worst Boston moment. That category's not coming back. That was a filler category for this year. Is there a penis on the wall? Nope. There's no penis on the wall. Yeah, I know this camera's fucked up, whatever. Go to lunch for I got 15 minutes on Friday. So here's part of the rehearsal with Santa. That real Santa was amazing. Took direction incredibly well. Was super funny. Just an absolute pro. Just an absolute complete pro. And we're obviously just kind of going over how it's going to be. And
Maybe an hour?
minimum 1 hour lunch.
We'll hash it out. I'm actually sorry. I don't want to be...
And who else do you need to apologize to?
Maybe my mother, for her. She's probably watching right now. She's probably like, what's going on?
Did you sit on his lap? Oh. No. Because, okay, it was like, what do I want to do when he's in here? And no. You should have. It's literally Santa, yeah. Why are your thighs so big? What is going on? Why do I have such huge thighs?
It's like ridiculous.
What is this? Is unedited. This is unedited. What is going on? No, this is something weird here. I think it's because my pockets were full of stuff. No, all right, this is what's happening. This is what's happening. In each one of these pockets is a microphone holder. We were doing audio testing, and these pants were a little tight. They were a little tight, if I remember. So there was two huge things. I had like my phone, I had a mic pack, I had an audio pack, and it was inflating my hips.
Hash it out. I'm actually sorry. I don't wanna-
That does look crazy.
And who else do you need to apologize?
That looks so
My
fucked
mother,
up.
for her, she's probably watching right now. She's probably like, what's going on?
Oh my god. I feel like there's another. I feel like there's a body going back and another pair of legs. Like this is a centaur. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a back this way and legs here. Holy shit! What's happening?
It's like,
All right. Anyways, behind the scenes. That was Santa. We only had Santa for a little while, so we had to really nail that. Which a lot of the stuff really just. There was so much stress and anxiety on getting to these points correctly. Every meeting we had, every time we were sitting here on the which is essentially a stage, kind of going over where people are going to be standing and how it's going to play out. Okay, in the back of everybody's mind, it's, are we actually going to be able to do this? I don't know, but we're going to find out really soon. And I think that's what that's what I like the most. Is this going to work? Will it actually make sense? I think it's challenging in a way. Pixar mom. Well, it's a live show, so yeah. Yeah, it's a live show with a lot of stuff happening. Stop talking about his thighs. All right, I'm going to move on from this.
I know.
This one better not be worse. So this is practicing the Bugleberry segment, which was, we did this probably 5 times over the course of a few days.
The channel was hacked. I'll make it up to you. We need someone help. We have engineers here doing all kinds of shit. And
It's not there. Yeah, so that's just rehearsal. Who played Bugleberry? A mystery actor. Mystery actor. What do you mean actor? Who played Bugle? What do you mean? Yeah, let's go back a little further. What do you mean? It's a real person. What do you mean, actor? But yeah, that's some video footage. Here's a picture or two. This is weird to look at. This is just a kind of a view of the whole set. So originally, I was going to walk behind the tree and destroy the tree in the beginning. You know, in the beginning where I'm kind of yelling at everybody, I'm telling everybody to shut up. Originally, it was like, I want to go back here and I want to pull the fucking tree down and walk back and get backstage here. But turned out it's probably a dangerous thing to do. Pulling the tree down like that, connected to a bunch of wires, it was like, we probably shouldn't do that. That would have been probably pretty bad. So we decided not to do it.
somebody in this building did.
So this is the rehearsal for this.
You figure it out. Otherwise, you and I are done. By the way, this was made wrong. When I come down here, Jerma. Hey, I want to talk.
People said like high heels.
Otherwise, you
Just
and I
like
are done. By the way, this was made wrong. When I come down here.
the strut. So people were asking if I was supposed to throw the coffee in Atriox's face, and I decided not to. No, I wanted just to dump it on the ground without even mentioning it, because what a fucking piece of shit. Like, this is just, I'm just going to dump this because it's not the way that I wanted it, and I can already tell that by looking at it. So I'm just dumping it on the ground, and someone's going to clean that up for me. But no, it wasn't because I didn't want to throw it. Actually, Atrioc actually did say, hey, dude, throw that coffee in my face if you want. And I'm just like, do you want me to do it? He's like, yeah, dude, if you want to throw it in my face, just throw the coffee directly in my face. And we decided against it because he had to show up a little later, obviously, for the 1v1. But yeah, we also if you look at how it played out,
We'll get to the bottom of it. You figure it out. Otherwise,
well, it doesn't show it here. But the scary part was because the person that's back here with a huge camera, and the concern was dumping it on the ground right here, because the cameraman follows me through when we were blocking this whole thing out. All right, you're gonna follow me through here. We're gonna go this way. And being in this position where the cameraman had a like 40-pound camera, this was dangerous walking through that. So what we had to do is I had to make sure that I dumped it kind of over almost in this doorway, like back here. So he could walk through it without having to like be scared of tripping. This is a pose. This is a pose. Stop it. This is a pose. I'm not getting any height from this. It's the pose.
somebody in
This is a pose. All right, let's prove it in real time.
somebody in
Okay,
this
still doing it. Still doing it. Where's the height? Where's the height change? There is no height change. It's exactly the same. Exactly the same. Proving that it is a pose, again, once and for all. There is no change in height from here to here. It's exactly the same.
bottom of it. You figure it out. Otherwise, you and I are done. By the way, this was made wrong. When I come down here, Jerma, hey,
Somebody said, before going to look for these two, I go, where's Ludwig? I need to talk to him. And then I finally run into him and I just go, I don't want to talk to you. Get out of here. Go clean that up. It's like, well, that's who I was looking for. Here's the toast. I know whatever. It's a thing. So before every show, yeah, I got caught on the hot mic. Whatever. So before every show, if people want to do it, we do a toast. And it's, it's like if you don't drink, if you don't feel like, if you don't want to, obviously if you have stuff going on later, don't be drinking and shit, right? So you don't have to, but we do this thing. Everybody takes a shot of whatever we have, whatever anybody wants, and we go, let's do it. People say a few words. It's a nice way to kind of just be like, let's go for it. Alcohol Andy. What is in here? I think that they had, I want to say this was Jim Beam or Jack Daniel. I think it was Jim Beam. What did you drink? I think it was just Jim Beam. But yeah, the point is not with this. The point is not to, everybody, let's get drunk. That's not the point. It's just a kind of it's like a toast at a wedding, right? Except it's not a wedding. Did you do the cat puke sound? This is Theater Kid Simulator. Theater Kid. What are you what theater kids backstage? What are you talking? Drinking? What are you talking about? What the hell do you mean? I am an adult. Your feet aren't on camera. You're on your tippy toes. All right, I banned that person actually for an hour. I want that person timed out for 1 full hour, and then reduce that by 50 minutes. I want them timed out for 10 minutes. Time the person out for 10 minutes. But yeah, it's just something to do. It's something to... It's so funny how I treat a lot of these events. It's important that everybody has fun. That's one of the most important things. So if everyone's here having a good time, it's treated like a fun get-together in a way. Everyone just has more fun. And everybody cares more about it. So I like doing that kind of stuff. So it's not just like, okay, everybody, you do your job, stop, okay? You're gonna talk to me only when we're gonna talk about work stuff, and you're gonna show up here, and then, okay, and then we'll talk maybe for 5 seconds and you'll never see me ever again. No. I would rather do it and have everybody essentially treat it like it's a time where we're getting together and have a fun time. They're not visible, again. Time that person up for 1 minute. Diminishing returns. So this is the end. They were so good. I was blown away by how unbelievable Top Shelf vocal was. Can we just give a round of applause for a second? It was unbelievable. 4 people, right? 4. It just sounded like a whole chorus of like 15 people. They were so good.
See you later.
I felt so bad too, because when we were going over rehearsals and like directing what's going to happen. Okay, so directing, right? Directing. So it's like, okay, well, what I want to happen here is this is what's going to happen. This is how it plays out. We're going to be standing here. And what I want is, you know, you're going to be singing and then I'm going to join you and we're going to get cut off. And cutting off a very talented singing group within 10 seconds of their first song is just that sucks. And we wanted to make sure that they had a very good amount of screen time to get a full kind of 5 minutes on camera doing a few songs. It was evil, yeah. But I thought it was fun. And they were super, super into it too. They were so fun to work with. They got it immediately. All the elves here too. Oh, the cookies, right. Oh, Bugleberry! Yeah, this is literally the last. I think the camera was off at this point. Look at how tall everybody is. All right, can we go over this? Look at how tall all the off-brand guys are. They're gigantic. Look at how tall they are. They're towering over everybody. Come on. Everyone talked about, wow, dude, Santa was so much. Santa was like 6'5", 6'6". He was a very tall man.
See you later.
So that was the end. Oh, a dog. Yeah. BTS had just kind of dogs hanging out. They were, people would bring their dogs to work, it was so cute. Look, a dog. Yeah, so presents. This was just taking pictures of stuff just to remember it. Oh, audio equipment. I think these pictures just show how much thought went into because this was just a set. Nothing here did anything. Nothing. All of this stuff was just to make it look like this was a room that was a behind the scenes room. There's nothing here is like connected to anything. Oh, that's a good picture. That's a Christmas card. And these two were connected to each other, so they were just part of the set. Holly Jolly Christmas. Oh, there he is. There's the coming into the clutch. That thing was actually full of toys. That was a full bag of toys. That's a great photo, too. Oh, here's the beginning. Yeah, there it is, the hacker. Well, we'll go back for a second here. So, in the very beginning of this stream, I think people were saying, what's wrong with him? Why is he acting so off? It's like trying to do that overly positive atmosphere, but in like a really off-putting way. Somebody said, dude, you look like you're made out of wax and stuff. Like this was scary. People said this was scary. The way that I was like acting and talking. The first like 20 minutes of the stream. You were acting like Ellen. It was very off-putting. Good. That's what I wanted. Do you have make? Yeah, I have a bunch of makeup on too. These look like stock photos. He was awesome. Here's the real production room. Not the fake one that you saw already. This is the real production room. This is where they were all adjusting things, pumping in the videos, getting things ready, adjusting, switching cameras. This is the actual set. This is the NASA set. This is the real one. Landing crew. You should have used this. Well, no, I mean, no, I can't, because the whole point of that fake production room, I mean, look, you're on, whatever. XQC, 6 consoles. Anyways, when are you gonna do a moon landing stream? That actually would be kind of funny to have a huge setup like this with like 100 monitors, and it's me going into space, and just a bunch of shit goes wrong, and there's a whole room of like 50 people issuing me commands and stuff. Do it. I don't know. Space station stream. How would you even do that? I don't know. How did we do this? Just figure it out. Yeah, so again, this is the fake room. We had the 2 engineers here. Those were just actors. They just sat there just typing the whole day. Who the fuck are you? Oh, that's right. I love it. So we're going over kind of how the days get. So this is probably 15 to 20 minutes before the stream. Maybe like 30 minutes before the stream. And we're going over, just because a lot of people showed up for the day, he's short. All right, you know what? Time out that word. There's no pose here. There's no pose. All right, I'm not going to address it anymore. Do you know how tall people really are? Good, you know what? I'm a little bit smaller. Who gives a shit? You know how fucking strong I am and how tough I am? Anyways, a lot of people showed up the day of. So trying to get everybody up to speed that wasn't around for the last 4 or 5 days of setting up all this stuff. So kind of have to give the overview of exactly what's happening for the day. Extinguisher exposed. What? He's in this photo. How did he do that? So to me, this is the show's over, right? And it's just like, oh, thank God. To me, that's like oh, all right, it's done. Everybody working. Here are the elves just hanging out, preparing for the day. They were awesome too. Every single one of them was just kind of... When we did the breakdown... Oh, look, dog. When we did the breakdown, it's just, okay, so you're going to do a puzzle, but you don't actually have to. You can kind of do whatever you want in here. I probably shouldn't have said that. I probably shouldn't have said, oh, you can just do whatever you want. Don't even do the puzzle if you don't care. It actually made it way funnier, I think. When we checked in halfway through the stream, and it was just pieces on the ground, and they were just sitting at the table. What was the purpose of the elves? To do the puzzle. And we were going to check in on them and see their progress. There's just pieces dumped on the ground. To be fair, though, let's be very fair. That picture, I don't know if we can see it. The picture that they were doing was that promotional picture from about 4 or 5 days before the show. Almost every piece is the same color. I think it was actually impossible. Look at just this one, because it's actually pretty hard to find or buy a puzzle that's 10,000 plus pieces. So these are 4 individual 2,000 or 3,000 piece puzzles each. So it's just a quadrant of the image, and they were supposed to put it together. So how do you even do this part? Because this part just is this part. It's just a image of lights. How would you ever do it? It's impossible. Even getting a border would be impossible. I think at one point we just kind of were like, oh, it's really hard. Just try to do the face. But the face, this section is the same color as all this. It's just the same thing. Every piece was like red or orange. I don't know. I just want to see what would happen. You have a fucked up brain, man. Yeah, well. That's alright. We'll have fun here. You have a fucked up brain. So, this was the camera op. And he wasn't supposed to do this. He came up to me and was like, hey, do we have any extra elf costumes? I'm like, I think so, maybe. Let's find out. He's like, I just kind of want to wear one. So I make sure I'm in the shots dressed like this. So I was like, all right, that's perfect. That's a great idea. Go for it. But look at that thing. Look at this camera. That's why we were concerned about putting the dumping the coffee directly on the ground, because that's scary. Oh, look, an elf. I love that rig so much. This was elaborate. This was spring-loaded. I swear, when he was walking around, it was like... He was like a robot. This thing was like compressed air and spring-loaded. It was crazy. Oh, look at that. I don't think we're gonna... I didn't think we were gonna put in the wholesome Ludwig hug. Come on. Which the off-brand was awesome. And when I originally trying to pitch this show around to a production company or a group that wanted to tackle it, it was, all right, who has time? Who wants to try it? Who wants to go for it? And off-brand, they were just like, let's do it. And it was a really short time frame, too. I kind of got the urge, really, because this show, I wrote all this stuff probably a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. Didn't ever do it. I swear to God, this show sat as a document in a folder of just a few, like 3 or 4 pages of just shit that I just let sit there. And I finally was like, you know what? I'm doing it this year. I want to do it. So, talking to Off-Brand to try to get it off the ground was just, they were so into it immediately. And I believe it was like the last week of October where I was like, hey, I want to put together a whole elaborate Christmas stream where a bunch of crazy shit happens. And here's the script. And here's all the stuff. Here it is. And they were just like, what the fuck? Holy shit, dude. All right. Yeah, let's go for it. And we banged this project out in 1 month. It was 1 month. Maybe even less than that. So they did a hell of a job. Oh, of course, there's more elves. engineer. It's like the creep. Like, I just looked like creepy. Wow, this is scary. I don't like this photo. Holy shit. This is right at the turn. Do I have gray hair? This photo is actually pretty scary. Uh-oh. Mask coming off. And this also, too. What is wrong with you if you were to do something like this? Oh, I'm going to join in, too. What do you... Sit down. You idiot. Sit down. You're not doing that. You hire a group to come and do this, and then you're just going to be part of the group and sing with them? This is the kind of shit that if you're at like a company meeting or like a company party, and that's where a lot of the ideas that I had for the show were from that kind of thing. Like company party, where the CEO gets up there and tries to kind of act like I'm one of the workers, and I'm super smart and I'm super funny and I'm very talented, and I'm going to show you, and everybody here loves and respects me. That was the vibe. So why? What are you doing up there? It was just so painful, and a lot of people. Looking back, I've seen a lot of clips and stuff, and a lot of uploads and highlights and comments of people just being like, "This part I hated more than anything." This was the worst part. Oh. Michael Scott type beat. I was just going for, because you got to let people do what they're good at. And I think a lot of this stream was let people do what they're good at. And don't implant and insert yourself into other people doing interesting things, I think. Super in character. He's ready. He's reading. He's getting ready. He's getting ready for me to grab him. Why do you look so mad? Did you watch the stream? You see what happened? Do you have any idea what happened to me that day? Still got it. Still got it. He was furious. He's still mad. By the way, do you see what this says? I think this says Late Night with Ludwig. I believe that's what that actually says. So, by the way, this is actually the run a show. So what a run a show is, so a couple weeks before we would get into meetings for an hour or two every couple of days, I'd say. And we go over point by point exactly what is going to happen at every moment of the show. And when you get one of these, you need to stick to it. Otherwise, it can really go off the rails when people just don't know what's happening next. So if you change a run of show, you have to make sure that everybody knows you're changing it. And we did. We actually changed the run of show. We were not supposed to stay. The awards were supposed to go all the way through, I believe, like 12, 13, 14 awards before we did the merge. So we essentially, I thought that was going to be too long, because as we were doing the first 20, 30 minutes, it was becoming pretty clear that I was like, I want this to go a little faster. I want to merge sooner. So we kind of copy and paste. Oh shit, sorry. We copy and pasted. This is during the show, by the way. This is during one of the BRBs. It was like we took the parts that happened before the merge and just moved them forward so we could get right to it. I didn't want people to stick around because when it became pretty clear that people were actually thinking that this is what the joke was and that was it. It was like, oh, his channel is compromised and he's on this other channel just doing the awards. All right, that's like kind of funny, but like, it's like, I don't know. I'm out of here. So we wanted to make sure that we got through that faster. So you got to go sometimes. But I think it was right at that perfect time period where people started to go, what the fuck, dude? Please. So we just moved it immediately. Were you afraid of people reporting the channel? Yes. And for weeks, we talked to Twitch to tell them this was happening. Hey, Twitch, this is happening. This is not real. And they had to, I mean, because obviously they had to know. If they didn't know, then that would, I'm sure the channel probably would have got turned off pretty quickly. Oh, this is the puzzle. Do you see? Oh, by the way, behind here, this is the snow. The snow part. How did you merge the streams? So, I mean, Jerma 985, this channel was just live, and we've raided my channel from the other one. And then when the raid happened, after the raid, we made sure it went through, and then the other stream was turned off. We just turned it off. So there was only one place where everything was going to be. What is this pose? What is this? What is this? Oh, very rare. Complete back of the head, by the way. Very rare. And I'll tell you, it's thinning a little, but pretty clean. Pretty clean back of the head. Probably could have used a little, I probably could have styled it a little more. He's balding? Oh, I mean, not really. A little. Whatever. Fine. Oh, this part where the thing hits me in the head. Nice Lego hair. Yeah, I pressed the wrong button and a stage weight hits me in the head. Was it scripted? Yeah. It missed you. It hit me like in the forehead. It went like, it scraped the top of my head and like scraped my nose. It's all right. It still doesn't matter. It still worked. How heavy was it? It was very heavy. No, it wasn't heavy at all. The ice pack. I think I am going gray. I think it is happening. Right here, look. 4K camera, you can't hide it. Maybe a little. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is right after the break where we came back of me yelling at everybody and getting hit in the head. These things always fall out of my ear. I remember this was such an issue for me that before Dollhouse, we actually made a custom one that I had to actually go to a special lab to get a mold of the inside of my ear, just because these things always fall out. I always have such trouble with them. This feels like it was upscaled. That's how good this camera is. Oh, best bro. That's the first one. You look completely different in every picture. It's just angles. It's angles. So my face is, and my hair is kind of different. This half of my face, remember, I've talked about this before. People that go, dude, why do you look like a different guy in this picture? I'll tell you. Because I have an angular face. My face is pretty angular. So my face kind of goes like this. My face goes like this. It's kind of sideways. So when you see from this angle, you're seeing it go this way. When I go like this, you're seeing the other part where it's angled a different way. You know what I mean? My chin's a little more pronounced on this side. It's because it's angular this way. My nose is kind of this way. Yeah, so it looks a little different. See what I mean? You're making this up. I am not making this up. That's why everybody says that. Troll face. One thing I'll tell you though, one thing I am very, very concerned about. I'm getting concerned about this, and that's how you know I'm getting older. I'm starting to get the turkey neck. Do you see what I mean? It's happening. I'm kind of getting that like tortoise turkey neck. I'm gonna start moisturizing that area. I'm gonna start to like moisturize this area, tighten it up. It's starting. Yeah, it's starting. It's happening. This is what happens when you turn 40. Moist neck Andy. You're insecure? No, I'm really not. I'm just messing around. I'm very comfortable with me. So I'm good. Another scary image. I love how he's just not paying. He's kind of just ignoring me. Just hanging out with the boys. There it is. The watching it on. That's funny. How the hell were they ever going to do this? How are you ever going to do this? Let's be real. How were you ever going to do that? These swabs? Oh, right. Okay. I was like, why does he have cotton swabs in his hand? Because we did the unboxing, right? Okay, we're gonna give you like on the lip, give you the ice pack. The water, he kept squeezing the water, and I opened my mouth, and I would close my mouth, and he would keep squeezing it. You're doing COVID testing? This is a great shot. He was stealing your DNA. I love the green of the room, too. It just comes to life here. So if you want to know, the set designer is the same set designer that did Juiced. You remember Omega Juicer, right? It's the same exact person. They did an amazing job. Just one of those people that you can just say, this is what I want it to look like, and here's a few paragraphs of what it looks like. Can you make that a reality? Bet your ass I can. And it was better than I ever imagined. This set was better than I thought it was going to look. It was just way better. Bottom left face. That is a face, you're right. Did you actually play COD? Yes. It's like, the bros cheering on their bro. In the finals of his fantasy football league is what this looks like. Why do I look so weird? Like the last game of the season, man. I could get the whole pot. I come with the whatever. There's more Bugleberry. Was the loss scripted? Yes, it was. Sorry to say. And when I was up like 3-0 in that first round, I was like, oh shit, I actually can't win this. Because we had to, it wasn't scripted. That wasn't planned. I'm lying. I'm sorry. I lied to you. Throwing for content. I was up 3-0. We say, was the Bugleberry footage pre-recorded? So but we, at the beginning of the stream, we went over the whole thing. But yes, this whole thing was pre-recorded. I'll give you a quick fun story. So, chess boxing. If you remember, I did the announcing. I actually missed the rehearsal for chess boxing. I couldn't go because we were filming this. So the day before the chess boxing event, I was supposed to be at rehearsal, and this was we already planned to do this. So I missed the rehearsal and did this instead. And then the next day, chess boxing. And then a week later, did this. He was directing Bugleberry. He's a director. How come the Extinguisher isn't streaming right now? I think the Extinguisher did a stream and talked about some behind the scenes stuff. He was awesome to work with. Honestly, he came in at such a clutch because originally the Extinguisher was going to be one of these two. That was what that actor was going to do. And we lost we had somebody cast as the hacker already. And we lost out on that. There was some issues with getting that person to be able to be in this spot at this time. So very short notice. And this is, I'm not even talking 2 days before the show, 3 days before the show. It was somebody else has to be the Extinguisher. So came through in the clutch, actually crushed it. And that was on 3 days notice. Not even probably. Yeah, well, Josh just linked if you want to hear some more behind the scenes stuff from the Extinguisher's point of view, there's a link in the chat right there. But yeah, it just all came together. And the room turning red, we had the portal and everything. It got really weird. Yeah, there you go. Was the hacker always called the Extinguisher? No, we kind of bounced around a few names. And it was like, should I be Jerma 986? Should I be, like the murderer or something? We were just trying to figure out random names. Nice theater shot. You said there's a shit stain on my pants? Oh, you said there's... Whatever. Why did I even read that? Why did I read that? This is when I was strangling him? And yeah, there was a production person that was just hanging out under his desk. Just like out of frame. And every time we obviously rehearsed this a few times and figured out exactly how it was going to happen. It's actually so funny because I don't know if I can show it, but when I put my leg through, it's just a different pair of shoes. It's like I very clearly was wearing dress shoes, and they were just these nice sneakers. It's like, what happened? You going through a portal changed the shoes? Yeah, hey, portals fuck with stuff. It was a portal. Can't be perfect. Santa again. And you are going to apologize. He was the real deal. You knew when he was walking around. He made noise. You could hear Santa from across the entire studio. He was wearing bells. It was just like ching, 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 ching when he would take a step. I think we actually had him take them off so people wouldn't hear it through the mic. Jesus. My God. What the fuck? My eyes don't even look real. My eyes don't look real. They don't look like real people eyes. This just looks like a real person's eyes. Why are they so, like, gelatinous? They're gelatinous. That's weird looking. The puzzle room. Oh, they actually got Santa back there. I knew he was back there. Cool. See how big, look at Santa is really tall. I think this is when we chilled out and we just did the awards. Yeah, at this point, I think it was like, it's time to relax because now we don't have to worry about any weird, crazy shit. We're just going to do the awards now. Which I hope that as the kind of day went along, I was really hoping that people would, after all the weird stuff, all right, now we're just chilling. And this is just, we're hanging out now. I hope that came across. Yeah. Okay, good. It was good. Yeah. Because I know a lot of people were looking forward to this, and every year we do this, and I didn't want to ruin it. I wanted to kind of keep that same vibe. When we did get back on the main channel, I wanted to have that same vibe from previous years. We were just kind of chilling, hanging out, laughing. There was no Rumble. No, there was no time to do a Rumble this year, because this is obviously took up all the time that I would have done something like that. And plus, I mean, if I can't think of, for instance, okay, should there be a Rumble during this? I don't think it would have fit. I think it would have been too much going on. So it essentially replaced it. I think it would have been way too disjointed if it's, okay, guys, the channel, we got, it's on a different channel, and we're going to do the awards, and here comes the first match on the channel, and we're going to do... I feel like people would be like, what? I can't even pay attention, dude. Like, what the fuck is going on? Well, I don't want to give away anything, but I do... No, we're not even going to talk about it. We're not even going to talk about it. But no, there's not going to be a stream on New Year's this time. I'm going to take some time here after this stream because it's been a very, very busy, pretty chaotic few months. And I definitely want to just take a little bit of time and spend time with people that I want to spend some time with, friends, family. There's a lot of catching up to do, I think. So I'm going to, after this, just kind of take off for a little bit. When is Battle Axe? You'll see. You'll see. But yeah. I think this is getting to the end. Oh, this is the best singing. That's right. We did best singing, worst singing, and then they actually came on and did their routine. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Top shelf vocal. You're looking to hire a group that's phenomenal? I'm telling you. Oh, the misery. Had any of the actors or production crew watched your streams before? Were they unfamiliar? Some of them did. I would say it was probably 50-50 of people that have actually seen the stream before versus people that kind of knew that the channel existed. It was probably, I think most people knew what the channel was, but maybe not to the extent of some of the stuff that was happening. Did Atrioc know who you were? Yeah. I've hung out with Atrioc many times in real life. No, he didn't know. Imagine if he just didn't know who I was. Like all the times we've spent in real life together, and he just doesn't even remember. He's like, oh, I've never heard of you. That would be so awful. What would you even say to something like that? Can you imagine if it's hanging out at least 3 times in real life? And this is not just, oh, hey, nice to meet you. It's like, oh, no. We've literally been in the same room for 6, 7 straight hours together. Multiple times. To have later on, it'd be like, what's your channel again? What's your name? It'd be like, dude, come on. No, of course not. He's awesome. I don't know if you knew this, but one of the elves is the best Smash Brothers Melee Donkey Kong player in the world. I did hear that. That's awesome. In the world. Yeah. It was Ringler. Everyone was so nice too. It makes me happy every time doing something like this. Just after it's all done, it's just like kind of the smiles on everybody's faces. That's worth it. This stream is loud. What? It's not. The volume's fine. You're getting one guide. Okay. Do you feel pressure to remember everybody? I don't really see it that way. It's kind of just if people show up and they're having fun, and maybe I've heard of them before, maybe not, because I don't really know very many people in the space. Very recently, the last year or so, have I actually even really started talking to other streamers. That's pretty new. So I kind of don't really know very much of the space already. So do you know me? I don't know. Yeah, Off-Brand connected me with BTS. That was integral to this whole thing happening. So I thought we were friends. I don't know. I'm sorry. I gotta be realistic. Is this the first time you worked with BTS? So in a production setting, yes. Not, I mean, I was on Juiced, an episode of XQC's show, and they were doing it. So I've worked kind of with them before, but never as a part of the team to get a show off the ground. I showed up and was on Juiced and obviously met most of the people that worked on this show, but it wasn't part of any production stuff until this one. I'm not punching somebody, okay? This looks like I'm like, I think I was describing something that I wanted to have happen. No, I'm not punching anybody. He was awesome too. The Bugleberry video editing was between, I think, a couple different people, because there was the VFX stuff that was on, there was the actual editing, and it's just everybody did such a great fucking job. Practical effects. Stop it. Stop. Dude, stop showing your vacation pics and play Yakuza. That was a good one. Don't time that person out. That was a good one. Hey, the snow. The snow. Here's the thing about the snow. BTS is going to have at least a year or two worth of packing material. Because they're going to just repurpose this. Oh, didn't I? I put this in my... I chewed this up, didn't I? I did. I picked up this. I was chewing it. It was on the ground. Why did I do that? I had like just a memory just kind of unlocked. That was weird. Yeah, and ruining the puzzle too. Yeah, I did. Was that not on camera? Was it not on camera? It was, okay. Oh, that's my desktop background. I haven't changed my desktop background since Windows 7 came out. Okay? Just for you to know. Why? I don't know, because I don't... When I get on the computer, I go. It's time to do whatever I'm going to do. And it's not... I don't have any time to look at my background. It's just... As long as it's just an unoffensive thing. Okay, mountains or a beach or water. Just nothing going on. Just something that I just don't even need to look at it. I usually turn my computer on and within 5 seconds of it booting, a program is open taking up the screen anyways. I just don't... look at the background and I don't think about it. Yeah, I used to change my background, but then I would be lazy and it would be wallpaper for a game that came out 4 years ago. Or no, not even that. Like wallpaper for a DLC that came out. And it's like, that's not even relevant anymore. And I just spend so much time. I think the last time, honestly, I think it was Reaper of Souls came out. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to put that angel as background and stay there for like 3 years or something. And I was like, why do I have this? Elves playing in the snow. Of course they are. There's Bugleberry hanging out with some dogs. I think some of you have seen this already. Not a real PC, fake PC, type loud. There's their script for the engineers. Not a real PC, fake PC, type loudly. Just, hey, pretty good. Hey, pretty good. Yeah, this is the off-brand group. There's Bugleberry's cookies. Don't leak the script. Jerma, are you Bugleberry? I mean, that's impossible considering he's in the room right now. That's not possible. Pretty good hair here. Pretty good hairline. That's well lit too. That's a light beaming down on the top / back of my head. But no, this is a good moment. Why did you give them fake computers? Because I didn't want a real computer there. They're just supposed to be pretending to be hacking and engineering, right? If there was a real computer there, they would have been opening up random stuff. You know, they would press like Windows space G or something and open up like the help menu. No, it was just, there was nothing there. You look pretty tall here. Sick. I like this picture. They're all tall. It feels good though. Finally putting to rest the rumors that we are the same person. Finally putting those rumors to rest. Magic is real. And I just proved it. There's no way, there's not a chance that during the live portion of this stream, somebody was being a body double and put the costume on to do some of those routines to make that seem like a real thing. Out of the question completely. There's no way. Not possible. Magic is real. Don't believe the haters. And then here's the crew. Tons of people here did a lot of stuff that you didn't see. BtS and some of their connections. It was great. I'm so happy with it. Three of you are doing the same pose? Yeah, it's a picture. What's with you guys and where hands are in photos? You know what I mean? I can't go like this. Can't go like this. Can't go like this. Can't go like this. You don't stand like arms. Come on. People have different ways that they stand in pictures. Did you increase the elves' pay? It's funny you say that. I actually, a day or two ago, sent a message to the group, to like the BtS group. It was like, hey, let's actually do that. We should actually do, like, we should give them extra. I said that like a few days ago, so it's fun. 5 times 0 is still 0. How did they even get this in such a short amount of time? And then one more. And that's it. I accidentally used my Prime sub, and I'm now a founder for the Real Jerma Christmas channel. Yeah, how many people subbed to that channel? Could you have? I wonder what happens to those subs. Going just all right. Well, then whatever. That'll help pay for the stream. How come everyone's pointing? I don't know. I think one person did it, and then we all did it. Like, yeah, let's go. I don't know why. Why did we all start pointing? I think it was like number 1. I don't know. Why did we point? Did I start going like this, and or am I following somebody here? I wonder who the first person was to hold their finger up. Mario post looking ass? Mario? That's actually fucking perfect. Mario. It's Super Mario. Oh! I don't know. It was a pose and it was cool. And everybody here is awesome. No, hell of a job. And that's it for the year. We'll hang out for a little bit longer. Anybody have any more questions about it? I don't want to give every single thing away because I feel like it's more fun that way, but I gave a lot away. Switch between the two images really fast. Yahoo! Whoa! Oh my god. Okay. Was Puzzle Girl scripted? No. Before we started the stream, I genuinely went in there and just walked around for maybe 15, 20 minutes and just was talking about stuff to do in here. And said, you know what? You guys are kind of free to do whatever you want. As long as, obviously gave them a list of rules to follow for the grand scheme of things, right? But they were able to creatively just kind of have fun, just do whatever. Was the face paint scripted? No, Atrioc just kind of showed up with that. I think he found it somewhere. And I thought that was one of those ice packs. So I thought he was icing my cheekbones. So I was like, yeah. So come, you're going to come over here. I'm going to be sitting and you're going to give me snacks. You're going to grab a bottle of water, hyping me up. Maybe put an ice pack on my face, like as if I just got punched in the face during boxing. And that's what I thought that was. So he just put it on. I was like, oh, okay. That's what this is. Do you think next year you'll feel as if you have to top the production quality? No, I don't think like that. I think that can intrude your brain a lot. And if it has to be bigger and better every single time, you eventually hit a point of no return where nothing can happen now because you've gone too far. So it's just, if I have something that I think is a fun idea, I'll just do it. That's pretty much it. There's no rhyme or reason to it. There's no special quota that I want to hit or special amount of money that something has to cost or how many people have to be involved. It's just, if it sounds fun, I'll do it. And sometimes those things can happen very quickly. There are a couple of ideas that I want to do this coming year that are not going to be huge, big events that require tons of people, but they're maybe they will be. I don't know. Are you going to upload these somewhere? I think a few of the highlight channels are starting to get the footage and they're starting to upload them. The second channel, I think I'll have to get in touch with the second channel people. Sometimes wanting to be perfect prevents it from happening. It's better to half-ass something than to not do anything. Well, I don't think half-ass is the right answer, but the first part I think is correct. If everything has to be perfect, you'll never get anything done. Now, some stuff can be perfect. You can make sure certain aspects are perfect. But if everything has to be perfect, it will never happen. And you put a lot of undue stress on a lot of people that are working on it. Because if from the very get-go, this has to be perfect, every single person that you are telling that to, or that you're making that kind of aware that that's what's happening, you put pressure. There's a lot of pressure now to, well, fuck, I can't screw this up because then I ruined it. Did you have that guy squat there on purpose? No, nobody's squatting here on purpose. What about Grotto Beasts? Grotto Beasts is done. Let me just make that clear. Grotto Beasts done. But because of the scale of that project, there's a lot of stuff that project has been in the oven for a long time. And the idea was I wanted it out for Christmas this year. But it's just, I don't want to just run it out the door just to get it out there and release it. A lot of work and a lot of time has gone into it. And it's, I told you guys this before, that project is, I mean, it's kind of just a huge kind of community-oriented project. It's a bunch of stream references. It's a bunch of jokes. It's a bunch of things that over the last decade or so that we thought were interesting or funny or whatever. So I want to make sure it's right, and I want to make sure it comes out correctly. So yeah, it's done when it's done. Not very much longer. Very, very, very short amount of time. There's a lot going on with that project, but I can promise you this. You'll get it at some point very soon. Just not in a week. If you want more updates, the Grotto Beasts team, you know, they're working on some cool stuff on the Twitter. Go follow the Twitter. There are card reveals happening all the time. They've already revealed a lot of cards. Every time Holly makes a post, she's just excited. She's just like, I can't wait to press the tweet button. Just like, it's awesome. When are you going to change your pinned tweet? That's my New Year's resolution. Can't wait. Yeah. That's been a long time coming too. Wait, it's actually a playable card game. Yes. I will give a ton of details when I'm ready to do so. It started out, that whole project started out as just kind of, I was like, wait, that would be kind of fun merch, wouldn't it? Having kind of cards based on community references and stream stuff and put some original characters in it. And it was going to be just kind of collectible, just cards. But then I was like, wait a minute. It can be made into an actual game. And we have a game designer that's been working on it for almost 2 years. Is it an NFT? No. It's cards. Like, you know, sorry, I just punched you. Next year, are you going to do the live action Elden Ring thing similar to Dollhouse? I've said this before. I don't really do, I don't want to do sequels. I think I've said that before. I don't want to do a sequel to Dollhouse. But Dollhouse 2 could just be something else in that same world. I don't want to just do it. And I know that, and okay, it's time, you want me to get real? Okay, you asked for it. You asked for it. You want me to get real. Marketing and getting support for stuff that is not a concept that's ever proven is hard. You probably noticed there was no sponsor on this show. This isn't. It's hard to describe to people in the world of marketing, in the world of, you know, supporting stream or something, right? I need money for this. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you doing that? That's stupid. Or like, that's weird, but okay. Because there's no, look, if I wanted to do Dollhouse 5, because Dollhouse 2, 3, and 4 have happened already, and they happened in the last 6 months, then it would be probably very easy. But Dollhouse 2, 3, 4, and 5 would probably be not very good. It probably wouldn't be good at all. Maybe, depends on what I want to do with it, or what we want to do. Could it be better? But then that just goes back to the problem that we talked about earlier with, are you concerned that things have to be bigger and better every time? That is the problem with something like a sequel. That is a problem with something like a series on the same idea. How do you keep it fun? How do you make it so the first one and the second one are in the same world, but they're, how do you, would we just do the same jokes? How do you do more? What do you do? And that's been the motivation the whole time, has been making sure that something seems like a fun thing to do, and it's new every time, and it's different every time. So trying to convince people that shows like this, I think they matter to me a lot, but it's hard, they're hard to sell to people because they just don't, it's just like, what are you doing? It's like, oh, but we did Dollhouse. You remember Dollhouse? Yeah, but this isn't Dollhouse. Someone's gonna hack your fucking stream? What are you talking about? Oh, but it's gonna be fun though, I promise. But we don't know that. We don't know that. This stream could have been awful. We don't know that because we haven't done it before. That's the problem for a lot of people in the marketing world. But Dollhouse 2 is Dollhouse, but it is just a stream of you playing Yakuza. What, in the Dollhouse? You can go off numbers, though. Not really. Not really. You don't need to be in the Dollhouse. But yeah, a Dollhouse 2 to me, if people have asked this many times, like, what would that even be? It would be something like we were just talking about. It would be a different concept, but in that same world of interaction. Chat marketing experts incoming. But yeah, to cap that conversation and to kind of put a lid on it, it's still trying to get shows off the ground and have them financed is still the thing that's not simple. But sometimes you don't need it. I don't think, honestly, I think a sponsor would have taken it probably away from this show. Don't you think? I don't think I would have wanted one anyways. And we were talking to people. We had some lines out there for what this could be. They don't all have to have sponsors on them. But that needs to come from somewhere. And sometimes when a show is, I obviously don't want to lay out financing to anybody like, oh, here's all the money. But shows that cost more than $100, $200 plus $1,000, you almost need to be secure. You need to make sure that it's possible. Most of the stuff that you've seen on this channel that was a big elaborate kind of show stream were over $100,000 to do for each one. Not all of them, but most of them. Some of them much higher. So it is a struggle sometimes. And look, I don't have to. It's very easy for you to do back of the napkin math on this channel. This channel makes a good amount of money. This channel makes a lot of money. But even still, it's still, even with that, it's still. And obviously, I don't want to just, go to fucking zero, right? Just to do this stuff. It can be scary. But no, it's still a concern. Now, thankfully, I've done a lot of sponsors this year, and I think I enjoyed myself on them. So I'm happy to do those. But it has to be, I don't know, I just don't want to fuck it all up. I hope that if that makes sense. I don't want to fuck this all up, because you can. And trying to balance money and content, and I want to still try to be creative, but things to be paid for. I just don't want to fuck the whole thing up, if I'm honest. And there's been sponsors where I've kind of gone back and forth and then been like, no, never mind. But yeah, and I also don't want, here's another thing too that I don't want to see. And it's not that I'm, see it or anything, but I also don't want to put myself and the channel up on a pedestal, because that's a bad idea. I don't want to be this, oh, everything has to be fucking so good, and oh wow, I've got to make sure. I don't want to, you got to be careful. Because this channel, a lot of really nice things are said about this place. So I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing and try to do it as good as I can and try to do everything the way that I would have always done it. But it can be hard. Because, when people talk about this space and people talk about, oh shit, wow, that was so awesome. Like, that was really fun. But I don't want to fuck it up, and I don't want it to actually get into my brain and kind of ruin the way that I see this place. if that makes sense. What about the infomercials? Yeah, we'll watch more infomercials. Of course we will. Nice lava cake hair. Yeah. We need to see. What do you say? We need to see the document of Jerma lore you sent to the extinguisher. It was okay. You know what it was? I was in mod chat and we were talking about all the things that I didn't do that I said I was going to do. And I was like, do you guys have any more shit that I keep lying about? So the mods got together and I think some of the community people were tapped into to be like, what have I said that we can just give this guy? The mods were in on it, by the way. And I don't want to spoil anything, but who was modding the other stream? I wonder. Interesting. Who could that be? Random people. Do a Blues Clues stream. No. But yeah. I know after doing stuff like this and when we go over behind the scenes and you get that kind of that post fun thing kind of slowdown where it's like, oh, that was fun. Oh. Do you remember when I was there? That was so fun. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Well, I like being involved in stuff like this. And I think the future of my life, wherever it goes, whatever it is, I hope is in spaces like this. Because I find this to be some of the most fun and some of the most engaging. And maybe doing some more like creative directing. Maybe start doing more writing if I can. Come up with some stuff. Maybe help other people. Well, we're not using this photo though. The Jerma movie. No, I already shut that down. I would, okay, if I had like a $5 million budget, $1 million of it would be blown on having like 5 hot air balloons take us to set every day. And it'd be like, why is he doing this? Tell him to stop spending that money. Be like, I have to. We have to. It's to get everybody into the right mindset. Add another $1 million for hair product? No. You just win the lottery. I already did. Do you understand? Think about it. I already did. And we could sit here and talk about like, oh man, like, man, I'm doing big shows. Man, I really wish this would happen. Oh man, you know, I loved it. I already did hit the fucking lottery. So whatever happens from here is extra. So, because I know that it's a huge fucking, it's very difficult to be able to get into this space. Cheesy Charles. Yeah, Cheesy Charles is showing up to tell you that. Cheesy Charlie. Dude, bro, I'm crying. Stop being so sappy already. This is the last time I'm going to see you until the new year. Come on. I'm allowed to be a little sappy. But no. This is the stuff that I find the most fun. And I would like to continue to do it. But yeah. Not even wow, was not even sappy. How am I sappy, Steve? No, I said fuck. I said who give. Well, what the fuck, right? It's not saying. No, I'm not cheesy anymore. I'm fucking cool. Cheesy fucking Charlie. Yeah, you think so? I just swore a few times. All right, that's gonna be it. I was thinking about playing something, but I got a lot of stuff to do. So let's talk about some stuff very quickly. Going into the new year, we're going to be going back to the basics a little bit. There's no major things planned for the, month of January, really, into February. We're going to be going, besides Grotto Beast, obviously, which is going to be a huge deal. I'm going to go back to kind of normal streams. Going to bring back some more chill streams. Maybe play some games. And go from there. So in the new year, you sound like a teacher. Whatever. Yeah, there's potentially some Elden Ring stuff to do. There's lots of games that I didn't play the last few weeks because I've just been very busy. So, yeah, we'll get back to it. Back to the basics. Can we do some meme react video? Maybe. But yeah, those are my thoughts. I think it was a great way to end the year. Everybody did a phenomenal job. I'm very, very happy about it. And I feel good. It feels good. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Vampire Survivors? Yeah. I have a confession. I played the DLC already. And it was very fun. I'm sorry. I didn't have time. I'm sorry, I didn't have time. By the way, very quickly, did you guys know? Somebody please correct me because I cannot believe this. Vampire Survivors is on iOS now. And it's free. Is that correct? I'm trying to find the catch. It's just for free. The full game is for free. It's free. The whole thing. There's no catches. It's just a free video game on iOS right now. Is there ads on it? I don't think so. Are you sure? I haven't seen any. How long did I play it for? What do you say there's... Somebody bat-chested. Stop. It's ads to revive. Only ads are there. Yeah, there are ads, but it's free. Who cares? The only ads are if you die and want to respawn. For like extra coins and stuff. Who gives a shit? That's fucking... The whole game is free. The catch is you have to play it on iOS. Pepe laugh. Can we get one more cat puke to end the year? No. All right. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. I know the last few streams have been just kind of hanging out and then the Christmas thing, but we'll get back to it in the new year. I'll see you guys soon. Take care of yourselves. Have a great holiday. Have an awesome New Year's. I probably won't see you. I'll be back probably on... probably the 2nd or 3rd of January. This is probably when I'll turn the stream back on and we'll just kind of go back to normal. Yeah, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. Thanks for playing along on that stream. That really could have gone either way, and I'm glad that for the most part people were having fun and playing along, and even after the 2 streams converging, I'm just happy to see everybody had a good time. So, see you later. Take care. And let's do this. Thanks for the subs. Can you la la? At least you promised. La la. See? I'm keeping my promises now. Was that the real Santa? That was a real Santa. That was a real Santa. That was Santa. Why are you even asking that question? Okay, now actually do the 100 subs. Oh, shit, yeah. I actually don't think I can right now. All right, on the first stream, the first stream of the new year, tell me to do that, because I will. That's New Year's resolution. We're going to fix some of these. We're going to right some of these wrongs from last year. Please, bro. Yeah, again, huge thanks to Off-Brand, to Ludwig, Atriok, obviously Nick, Stans. They were great to work with. I'd love to work on stuff with them again. BtS, everybody was so good. Oh, the set design, it was just so good. Everybody, I'm so thankful and so grateful. Yeah, the extinguisher. There's so many people to thank, and just so many people that contributed a lot. But yeah, have a great holiday. Can we get one more scorn for the year? Sure. Let me figure out how I'm going to do that. See you guys later. See you in the new year. Bye-bye.